Hey, Summerlin agents. An idea or two I want to throw at you from conversations I've had recently with some agents, okay? A lot of us are talking to buyers and sellers and not getting them to commit to working with you or even working with any realtor. They're just afraid, okay? So that's going to happen now, particularly for sellers. They're on the sidelines because the rate they have on their current mortgage is dramatically less than what they would get when they purchase, okay? So this goes for when you met with the buyer, met with the seller, but you didn't secure them as a client, okay? They're going to think about it. They're not sure what they want to do. Tom Ferry always used to say, all the money is in the conversion. Then Tom Ferry said, all the money is in the follow-up, okay? All the money is all the money. But for now, since you don't have the client, all the money is in the follow-up. So statistically, we're bad at following up as realtors. We're terrible at it. We make a phone call or two and then we give up. Okay, we want that instant gratification feeling. Wouldn't that be wonderful if we got that in our business? But we don't. So the first thing I would do is after you hung up with the client or met with the client is send them a text or an email with a video in it of yourself. 30, 40 seconds, something like, hey, Suzanne, this is Tim. Thanks for hopping on the phone with me and spending a few minutes talking about your property that you have out there in Summerlin. It would be my pleasure to come by and meet with you, give you a nice market report on your property and the whole neighborhood, and see if now is the time to put your house on the market, okay? Something like that, short, sweet, something that says thank you, you appreciate their time, and that will go a long way because not many realtors are doing it. They're not doing anything like that. They might send an email, they might send a text. You send that email or that text with a video, and it'll come across that much stronger to the client, okay? Number two that you might want to do is a little old school, but I love it. I do it to this day, is send a handwritten note. Nothing wrong with that. Go to Walmart, buy a pack of 20 for $8, or I think we have some in the one shop that are monogrammed and branded to Realty One Group, which look much nicer. As a matter of fact, if you guys are nice and you guys want to do this, 2 or 3 of you come to me, I'll give you a handful of these little cards. It says thank you. It says Realty One on the back. I'll give you 5 or 6 if you promise to use them. Again, not many agents are doing this, so you want to stand out from the crowd. That's really the goal of the follow-up, okay? So number 1 is a text or email video. Number 2 is the old-fashioned note. Thirdly is send them some sort of market report. Let them know that you're going to be sending them something every 2 weeks or once a month. That is not just a report on all of Las Vegas. You want to be that hyper-local expert, maybe the expert for Summerlin, maybe in the Willows in Summerlin, if you get my drift, okay? So narrow down that radius of what kind of report you're going to send them, and in sync. A lot of you are not using our CRM. It creates a phenomenal, clean, sleek monthly report that is set it and forget it. Once you put their information in there, every month they're going to get this email from you, and it's connected to the MLS. So the data that's in this report just came from the MLS. You don't have to do any of the work, okay? So if you're not using Sync as your CRM to send out a market report, you're a little behind the 8 ball here. That's something I definitely recommend that you use. And last but not least, again, when you get them on the phone, be the hyper-local expert. Be the knowledge broker, okay? Know how many homes are in the market. If they're in Mountain's Edge, do a search. How many homes today are on the market in Mountain's Edge? How many have sold in the last 30 or 60 or 90 days? That's the kind of data they want. They just don't want the average price. They can get that anywhere. They can go on Zillow or Redfin and get that information, and it looks nice and pretty on those websites, okay? But if you're reaching out to them and you say, you know what, Mike, in Mountain's Edge right now, there's only 147 homes for sale, and in your price range, there's only 19, okay? So there's not a lot of competition for your type of property, okay? So now might be a good time to consider putting it on the market, okay? So that's all I got for you, gang. Little tidbits that you could do, but the money is in the follow-up, okay? If you're following up once or twice, you're wasting your time, okay? Give the lead to someone else. Let them work it, okay? Because you're going to have to follow up 2, 3, 4, 18 times, whatever the hell it is. That's what you need to do until that client unsubscribes from your text or email, or actually says, look, Tim, you're a nice guy, but I'm dealing with Ricky at Remax, so don't call anymore. Then I'm going to move on. So, all right, gang, that's all I got for you. Hopefully to see you all tomorrow at the business meeting. Bye-bye.